What's up, everybody? It's Greg Birch with Delta Financial, and this is the Be the Difference podcast. Podcast is all about making you a better person in your life and in your business through coaching on sales, leadership, mindset, marketing, everything under the sun when it comes to being an entrepreneur. The message I have for you today, insurance agents, I'm telling you right now, you are leaving money on the damn table. Every single time that you're not putting in effort to build a referral book of business, okay? The mark of a good business is that your cost per acquisition goes down as your sales go up. That's how you know you have a profitable business that's becoming viral in its product, service, and in you and its people, and it's sustainable into the future. So what does this really mean? This means that when you first start off, it's going to cost you more money to get a sale. Because you're going to suck. That's fine. You're not going to be good at calling leads. You're not going to be good at setting appointments. You're going to make excuses, all the things that every single person goes through until you just buckle down, you do the work, you realize there is no magic to this. This is not some complicated science experiment. It's just A plus B equals C. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Work plus effort equals success. It's very simple, right? And it's going to take you some time to get to that. But then when you do get to that point, okay, this is where most agents mess up, is that they think, well, I figured out this system. I've bought these leads. I made sales. I made money. I'm just going to keep repeating this. And they don't evolve past that. They just keep buying more leads to make more sales, to get more commissions, and they keep rotating. You're leaving money on the table. Every single client that you sit with, you should be having a follow-up game with. People buy from you because they know, like, and trust you. Who know, likes, and trusts you more than a person that just bought from you? You already built the know, like, and trust. Why would you not spend your time providing an exceptional customer experience so that they go and they brag about you? They talk about how great you are. They tell their friends, their family members. They talk to their acquaintances at work, right? This happens all the time. You do this all the time. When you go to a great restaurant and you're like, man, this restaurant is fantastic. The service was awesome. The cook came out and started sprinkling salt off his arm onto the steak. The steak tastes phenomenal. Like, this was stupid. What do? You take pictures, you put it on your stories on Instagram, you brag about it, you take pictures of your drinks, you go tell your friends about it. You want to brag about the place you went to. You're marketing for that company. Because what does that do? That means that when your friends go and they like it, that reflects well onto you because you're the one that recommended it, right? So people do this all the time with all kinds of products, with experiences at restaurants, with movies, with everything. Why not provide an exceptional customer experience for your clients to where they want to remark and brag about you? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen from just getting a policy, getting in and out, trying to cram your schedule with as many appointments as possible to where you can't even pay attention to them. And then you send them a pre-printed card that's like, thank you for doing business with me. And it doesn't even have a real signature on there. That is not going to cut it. You're going to have to think outside the box. You're going to have to do things that set you apart from everybody else. I'm going to give you 2 tips here. First tip is you want to be the guy or gal. You want to be the person, okay? Everybody has a person. Like, it's your go-to person that anytime you need something, you have a question, they happen to have the answer. You have, you're looking for a specific amount of information, they know where to find it. You're looking to get into a bar that's packed and it's closed off, and they happen to know the manager and they get you in. But everyone has that person, has like a guy, like, oh, I got a guy, You want to be the guy for your clients. Now, what does that mean? How do you become the guy? I'll tell you right now, you're not going to become the guy by trying to get them into whatever policy makes the most sense for you and your commissions. That's not how it's going to happen. It's going to happen by selling them things that don't benefit you. That's by helping them to get something taken care of that you don't get paid for. By going above and beyond in everything that you do, and it will become it will become clear to them. They'll become very aware that you do care about them. You will stand out as an advisor. So become the guy. And whatever that means to your clients, you'll know. Okay. But you're gonna have to think through this a little bit. Okay. I'm not gonna give you all the answers. If you want all the answers, you can come join Delta. Next is you want to make sure that you are dripping some kind of content. You want to stay in front of their face at least once every 2 weeks. 26 times a year. 26 times. Period. And stop. Okay. A study was done, a test was done. And so what they did is they went to this neighborhood and they knocked and they did a poll of every single person in the neighborhood. And they asked every single person in the neighborhood who was the top real estate agent for that area. Everyone had a different answer, depending upon the real estate agent typically that sold them that house. Now, what they did after that is for 8 weeks, they sent a piece of mail once a week to all those houses. They had a fake picture, a fake agent name, and a fake MLRS number, I think is what it's called. It was a fake agent. And I was like, hey, this is the number one agent area servicing your properties, blah, 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 blah. They just did a piece of mail. They did it for 8 weeks. So 8 pieces of mail over 8 weeks, one a week. After the 8-week period, they went and they interviewed and they did another poll who was the top agent. By a large margin, everybody came back and said that fake agent. They never met, this guy doesn't exist. They never met him. Why all of a sudden do they think he's the best agent? Because getting in front of the clients like that puts you top of mind. And when you're top of mind, there's the no factor of the know, like, and trust. And it's also starting to bleed into the like. So you have to be in front of your clients. Now, there's 6 ways that you can get in front of your clients that you can drip content to them. Okay. I'm going to bleed through these real quickly. First and foremost is a face-to-face. You can actually see them face-to-face. Let's say that they get a policy, you have the policy delivered to your house, you go drive over there and you go see them again in order to drop off that policy and do a policy review. Okay, face-to-face. Next is phone call, a voice-to-voice. Phone calls is every once in a while, it's good for you to do a phone call. Okay, just to check up, see how everything's going. But that way, what you're doing is you're bleeding through all these in different ways. Next is screen to screen. Okay. This is if you do a FaceTime call. This is if you did a Zoom. This is if you sent them a video, right? Like a video of like, let's say that you had a client that worked for UPS and you sold them a week ago, and then you're driving down the road, you see a UPS truck in the same area that they live in, and you're like, you take a quick video, like, hey man, I was just thinking about you, and sure as hell, I think I saw your truck. And then you do a little zoom, you show that UPS truck, you're like, I don't think it's you, but hope all's well, be safe on the road, take care. And you sent that video to them. Do you know how much that'd make them feel that you thought of them and you just wanted to send that? Right? Because you remembered their profession, you remember what they did, you just sent a quick message just to think about them, right? That means the world to them. So, face to face, voice to voice, screen to screen. Next is email. Okay. Any kind of email marketing, drip email campaigns. Okay. You need to have an email marketing system that you can put your clients into and you can put them into so that they are part of your marketing campaign, and you need to drip content to them. All the 26 times in the year, it's not going to be just all email. It's going to be multiple different forms. It's going to be split out across all of these, right? Next is mail, actual mail content. So mailing them a card, mailing them a birthday card, mailing their kids a birthday card or their grandkids a birthday card. You ever thought about doing that? How much more impactful would it be that you mailed their kids birthday cards? Huh? you're going to be the person for them. Promise you. And then last but not least is social media. Having them connected on social media where you can actually like tag them and stuff, or you can in any social media account, LinkedIn, doesn't matter, but it's social media. Okay. Those are the 6 different ways that you can drip on clientele. If you're dripping on your clientele, a minimum, and minimum is 26 times a year, you're going to have a honey well, a honey hole, honey pot, whatever it's called. You're going to have one of those that you can dip into in order to do future policies. And also, they're going to brag about you. The point is that you provide such an undeniably great service that they're going to be like, oh, I got a guy. And they're just going to recommend you. You got to do the work on the front end, though. It doesn't just happen, right? And you have to do this consistently. This is how you build a referral book of business. And this is how you scale your business to where you drop your cost per acquisition massively lower than what it is when you first start so that you can make more money in the long run. I'm Greg. This has been the Be the Difference podcast. If this helped you in any way, and it should have, because this is great content, then I just ask that you do a rate, review, and you share this content with somebody else. That's how it grows, by word of mouth. And I can only do it with your help. So I appreciate you doing that. Until next time, we'll see you. As always, be the difference.